Hey guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of SnowTown here in Cities Skylines. Well, last episode guys, we had a little bit of a logistical error which meant that your boy needed to get the goods from the industrial area to the different parts of the SnowTown map to all the commercial areas, and we kind of aided it by building my first, well I say my first, I built two cargo airports, which enables us to now ship goods, well it's not really ship goods, fly goods, is that the correct term, from one side of the map to the other. Now while this doesn't solve all my issues, it aids the logistical problem and conundrum that the city had. But now we're on to the phase 2, as I like to call it, of solving the problems with the industrial area. Now a lot of you guys left some comments saying, yo Cidiac, another way to kind of aid the issue that you've got in your industrial area is to place down loads of warehouses. And I thought to myself, when I seen the word warehouse, I thought, oh my god, how have I gone this long without putting proper infrastructure down for warehouses? It makes so much freaking sense. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys who commented about the warehouses. I completely forgot they existed. Now I have used warehouses, but they were all solely for like oil, petroleum, metals and all that kind of jazz. Nothing for commercial goods. And now I feel super foolish. I appreciate everybody who left a comment about it. And that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be creating a couple of warehouse hubs. And I think I might put them near the airports. Like I'm going to put one, like a big little section over here full of warehouses. And I'm probably going to do the same just over here as well, near this airport. But that's not going to solve the issue. I just want to kind of create little hubs near the airports, because the airports have train lines and planes. So I'm like killing two birds with one stone and using two cargo lines to distribute to a central hub. And then throughout the whole of the map, like for example, like in SnowTown, we're going to place down warehouses locally to this area that is going to store the commercial goods too. So we have big distribution hubs, and then we have smaller warehouses dotted around the map to where they will be most helpful. Now, if you guys do enjoy this and want to see more SnowTown in the future, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new in here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. But we're going to jump straight into this. So, yeah, let me see the warehouses. We have a bunch of different sizes. That's the biggest one right down to the smallest one. Now, I'm not going to use the smallest ones as much, I don't think. I just want to go all out. All guns blazing. So I think what I'll do, I'll kind of use this little section here, and if I go up to about 40, bring this up to about 40 as well, cut across and create a little section there. So I'm creating this little section here that will house my warehouses. Now if I used this section here to kind of grid it all the way across, so we kind of have some structure, which would be quite handy. Oh, I should have actually looked at the size of the warehouses. So I could get these in almost. I could squeeze them in like either side. Oh, okay. I can get one of those in. So if I did that, what I could actually do is if I place one this side, and then one this side, I've staggered them both sides right now, which should enable me to hopefully then not have too much traffic dotted around this area. So vehicles are loaded up from both sides. But I also do want some of the big boys as well. So if I squeeze this one in, let's say here, I had one there, and let's say I throw one in there as well. Now let me just sort out, no, the power's all good, Water, okay, let me just sort the water out. So let me run through my ideas then, and what I'm hopefully trying to plan. So we're going to have the exact same near the other airport too, and we're going to claim these or class these as our distribution hubs. It's a meeting point for a big, large capacity of storage that is close to these two export areas, planes and trains. Each one of these warehouses is going to have commercial goods in. So hopefully then all the industrial area nearby is then going to go, okay, now we've got storage, we can ship all those goods to the storage, thus stop complaining there's not enough buyers for the products, because now we have somewhere to store it. And because we have then somewhere to store it, when a commercial area requires it, they can ask the warehouse, yo, you got any of this in stock? And they're like, yeah, we got tons. And then they get it delivered. Now, again, that's not going to solve all my issues. It's just hopefully it's going to take a little bit of the edge off some of these guys complaining. So I expect to see a lot of traffic initially as these warehouses get full. But like all the other warehouses, once they're kind of balanced or semi-full or whatnot, then the traffic slowly starts to die down. So if I do one there, because it's near here and we can export it really easy when someone requires it, I want to do the same thing over here. Now, once I got one over here set up too, then I'll start building the localized warehouses to the areas that I need it. SnowTown needs a lot. I noticed there's a little area over here that needs one. There was a lot of commercial I put in here last episode, which I feel like they're going to need it too, but I don't know if they do because they're quite close to that industrial area. There's a few around here that kind of need it too, so yeah, and I know these guys over here need it, but hopefully what I build here will be, you know, efficient enough. So yeah, we've got a few different ideas we're kind of playing around with right now, and whether they're all going to work or not, I don't know. But at least I can aid something through here. So I bring that road up to there, and then if I bring this straight across, and then should I do it by 20? So let's do kind of something similar where I can stagger those warehouses like I did on the other side. So if I build 4, and let's say we use this one to be the cut connection road to there, I'll extend this down, and I'll extend this road halfway, and then hopefully, because in my head I've got a layout, like I could place one here, one here, one there, one there. I could do 2 here as well, but let me just do the big ones first. So if I put this one there, this one just there, I could get away with one around here too if I like squeeze this one in. I know it's opposite that one, but we'll go with it. And then, or do I go with like these smaller ones like this here instead? Yeah, we'll go with that. So again, it gives me enough space left around for future expansions and adding more in if I need to. Whether I do or not is a different story, but I'm hoping the way I've kind of now set it up aids us that the traffic can be dispersed quite nice. No one's tripping over one another, and we got enough goods nearby. Now I feel like that this whole area is running off these wind turbines, so I feel like I need to add in a few more wind turbines just over there to power this section. And I need to tell all of these guys right now, there's quite a lot over here, to be honest with you, that these are all commercial goods. So hopefully that big industrial area can ship the goods over here a whole lot easier and fill it all up. Now, it's going to take some time to fill these warehouses with the commercial goods. Even with me fast forwarding it right now and, you know, the super demand mod and all that kind of jazz, because the game is kind of running slow. But when they do start filling it, expect there to be a lot of traffic. Expect that. Just until it's all kind of filled up anyway. So with all that done, we have 2 distribution hubs within SnowTown, opposite ends of the map right now, which is good, which is glorious. I'm excited about it. Traffic is now starting to come down here and approach. Very interesting. It's only going to get a whole lot busier. But then we need to look at localized warehouses. So if I start over here then and add in one nearby, where can I throw it in? Now we have a highway connection just there, so I want to make it easy to access to. So let's say they jumped on a highway, they could turn off here to this area, and there's a little bit of a dead spot here. Let's see if we can utilize this. So we're going to go for a normal road. And if I pick this point here, and let's say I went up by 15, and then turn that in, and I wonder if, let's say I pick this point there, come out by, yeah, 11's fine, why not? And these smaller ones, just drop in 2 there. That will be for this localized area too. That's actually quite a good spot, because if you think about it, it's off. Because I could have put the road close by, or on this road, but it's off the junction, so come down, turn in, fill it all up, need goods. It's quite close by to access it. So it's good in both ways. Close to the commercial area, close to the highway connection to get the goods to and from. Right, that's pretty cool. I'll take that. I'll take that right now as a little victory. Whether or not it works, I don't know. Now we had this little area over here, which now there's now a second. Okay, they're slowly starting to complain. But the thing is, I don't really have much space to work with, so I might have to take a little bit of one of these areas. And I know there's quite a lot of dead spaces behind this, so maybe use this. Do I go for a larger building? No, that buildings are too big. So I'm not going to place loads in. I think I'll just drop one just there. And then turn this into the commercial zone goods. Just so there's something nearby for them. That's literally all it's going to pretty much be for. Just something close by. Oh, look at that. Look at the amount of commercial vehicles now heading to the warehouses. It's starting, boys. It's starting. What about this area? Now, I feel like this one will take a little bit longer to get filled up because there's no industrial nearby. They have to fully, you know, transport it over first. So that would be kind of interesting. That kind of would. Right, now this area here, this peninsula is quite a difficult one as well. Because I've already filled in all the little nooks and crannies. So, let's have a look. Okay, so I know I got a big dead space section here. We have a fish market there, so I feel like it's already centralized to be something. And it might be the same style or type or size of warehouse. So if I came off... now that's the underground tunnel just there. All tunnels are underground. I get that. I get that. So what if I came off, say, just here and come out by 15, just for the whole purpose of being able to drop in a warehouse there. So it's behind the residential buildings. I don't know how these guys are going to feel about that. But I have a nice little peninsula warehouse just there. We need to get a few further up. Is there any, like, offices space? Yeah, there's a little space just here I could utilize. So drop one in just here. Commercial goods. And I feel like I need a little bit of a hub over here somewhere too. Now, there's a little bit of space around this section, but I don't know how I feel about approaching that. Nice big chunks of commercial dotted around. Right, let me see what we've got over here then. Because I could utilize and add something in over here if I can squeeze it under. So not so much there or there. We have a dead space here I could really use. So if I went on a diagonal like that, that opens up this little section here for a little warehouse just there. Which again, commercial goods. See, I'm really getting the gist of it right now. And by running a diagonal line, it kind of follows the road, which again then opens me up. It follows the road above, is what I'm trying to say. But it opens me up to be able to squeeze a few stuff in. Ooh, is that a little bit too big, that warehouse? Do you know what? I'm going to go for it. I know it only clips a little bit of a tile, then they're going to have to rebuild. But I'm liking the idea of that larger one. So a couple of warehouses then thrown in. And we've got like an additional kind of diagonal road that people can utilize to kind of get to where they need to get to. Which is pretty sweet. I'm liking that. And then, ooh, what about this area over here if I built a small hub over this side? Now, it's near the highway connection, so they can get the goods to and from the industrial area a little bit easier. It's not too far from some train lines here to bring the goods in and out, so it's not bad. Right, but it's kind of okay. It's more good than bad, but I don't want to take the road off that. This is pretty much of a dead road anyway, only buses really use it. So let's come off this road. So if I think about it, the spot there, where does we... Alright, if we go by 20 there. 10 there, and then where does that bend happen? 11. Right, I might as well go the full distance. And then we'll create a 20 there. 20 there and a 20 there as our little grid session to begin with. And let me see what I can do here. So if I came up by 10 and then just went across, I wonder if it's possible choosing this here to bend that in and then cut that in. I don't know what's going to come of this. I really don't know. But I'm hoping there's enough space right now to drop a large one in. Ooh, there's not. Okay. Now what about some of these? Ooh, okay, there's definitely a bit of room for these. So I squeeze that one there, squeeze that one there, just like that. There's enough room to squeeze one there, opposite ends. And then these smaller ones, I can get one in there, but I feel like I want that one facing outer. So not too many, because I'll be overloading this whole area right now. But I'm definitely giving a lot of localized storage nearby for commercial goods. Which once all the industrial has got the goods over here, which will take time. It will take time. Hopefully we can all flourish from this good stuff. So commercial goods for days. Commercial goods for days. Which one haven't I done? I think I've... No, oh, yeah, there is one I haven't done. I thought I'd done them all then. And power. Just gonna grab it from over here real quick. I'm gonna anarchy that over just to be able to get the power in. So which one? It was this one I haven't done. So that should slightly aid this area a little bit. Not gonna say it's gonna do all the work for me, but it should help us a little bit. Now, have we started to get this area slowly filled up just yet? Not yet. Not yet. This will take some time. But it means I could probably build a small little industrial area just there. But I feel like I've got to wait for all these to get filled up anyway. This is... Oh, that's 100% filled up already. That's getting filled up right now. So they're going to do it slowly. I think they're choosing like one warehouse at a time. That's kind of what it feels like at the minute. So hopefully these guys complaining should slowly start slowing down. And whatnot. That has 1% full already. There's 2 over here, 0 and a 0. So like I said, yeah, it will take some time before they all do get filled up. But hopefully that will help us out in the long run. That's kind of what we're hoping for right now, isn't it? So, unemployment. Unemployment's at 3%. Now, that's good. Because, you know, almost everybody's got a job. And then we don't have too many jobs available. But we have got to keep an eye on it. We have got to keep an eye on that. Because a lot of my issues right now are causing problems. Look at all these areas right now complaining about not enough goods to sell. So hopefully we can get it ticked along. And these storage areas will keep us up and running. We can only hope, boys. We can only hope. Right, let me finalise the rest of these areas then. So if I pause. Get the rest of the residential in on this section. Fill it up on just there as well. Any other little nooks and cranny areas that I am yet to complete? A little bit of section over here. I'm not going to do any more commercial until everyone's fully satisfied with what I've currently got down. Fill up all this with the residential, sorry. Get all that finalised on just there. And I feel like we need more people living over here too. We've got to utilise this little metro train hub station, so... Extend those roads. Now I know it's very, very heavy grid format over here. But that is what SnowTown's all about on this side. It was beautifully planned. There we go. I could put some residential around here, but I feel like I'm going to leave that kind of section slightly free. And I could finalise the area with cul-de-sacs. That's a thing then for a second. What are they called? What are these cul-de-sacs called? 40 straight over. So I can finalise this little strip right now. And if I bring that over to there and just kind of cut that in. Now, do we have any other connection points over here? No, the connection point's down there. So that is a free-flowing road, really, isn't it? I didn't even realise that was as free-flowing as it is. Right, that's the 10 mark. So if I came up... by 20 there on that way it bends. Came up by 20 there as it bends. And let me see if I can get these guys connected together. 3 by 5. 3 by 3. And then a straight. 10. 10 by 12. Right, we'll go 9 by 10 there, that's okay. 18 by 16. Okay, we'll roll with that one. So it's not perfect, but it should be enough for me to get that going across there and then to end it with a little grid section there. And then if I bring that out by 15, hopefully get this here connected. So 5. Come on, bend, boy. Bend. Okay, we'll go 6 by 5 there. That's fine. As it slightly bends in. So that's quite a unique little corner there in a way, isn't it? Definitely a bit funky. So if I bring this road to here. Okay, we'll go 4 by 5, that's okay. To connect you in, so all the roads are now flowing. Now, of course, path. Gotta get what we can get in. One connecting straight to there. And we'll get that connecting straight under. Straight over there as well, so it's all walkable. Everyone can get to where they need to get to. We'll do one here as well. And then we'll add a little crossing just there. So people can cross the road and get over here. As I'm going to fill this area with also residential. So bam. Bam. Bam, ba, bam, bam, bam. And right, I'm going to pause this and then get it all in. So this is all low density residential, just to kind of keep the buildings to a minimum. Keep them quite low. Now I will squeeze in a strip of commercial as well to kind of complete the area. Let me see what I can kind of get up to. So get rid of that strip, get rid of that strip. So the commercial will kind of be all dropped on this part. Now I don't know how that's going to play out in terms of the demands and stuff, but a nice big strip of commercial there. Fill all this up here with the residential. There we go. Great stuff, mate. Great stuff. So big residential boost. Give a lot of workers nearby, filling in all those little nooks and crannies and all those little gaps. Is exactly what I want to see. And did this warehouse get 100%? Yeah. And it's just then giving it time for all the other warehouses to fill up too. Now, do I drop in a few little warehouses local to the industrial area as well? Now, how big I can squeeze in one there, it's perfectly fine. So I will do that, just to kind of keep them quite localized as well, before they do spill out to the other areas. So we'll do what we can do. And if I, oh, can I anarchy that? One there. One there. See, I like the idea of it passing over. I just got to raise it. There we go. As the trains, as if the train track was integrating with the warehouse building. That's kind of hilarious, isn't it? But two there nearby. So it might decrease the amount of vehicles heading over to that big depot area over here. as they slowly then start to fill those up. But at least we got some more localized anyway, which will be a big hand. Fingers crossed. You never know. You ultimately just never know. But yeah, okay. So this will probably take a long time before we see any improvements, because the game is a simulator too slow. Anyone loaded these up yet? 0000. No one's really wanting to load these up just yet. That industrial area needs to sort itself out right now. But we do have now cargo capacity nearby. And it's just pretty much playing the waiting game. So while that complains and moans and does what it needs to do, we've got new areas now building up, which means new residents slowly moving in, which will be utilizing a whole lot more our cargo transport system, which is quite exciting to see them eventually start using more of it. This should get used a little bit more now, as we've got a little bit more residential over here. But I think next episode, I want to revisit the fishing industry and all these roads that I added in. Like this, I gotta sort this out. I wanted to create these little villages for the fishing industry, sort out the roads that kind of bring, come in and exit the region. Sort this road out too, because it's a big shambles, the amount of traffic that does come down here. Gotta create like a little roundabout or, a connection down here. But we gotta set more and more of this kind of area up, and maybe even fix this road that kind of leads over to. Many things that we potentially need to fix and get up and running, but we can do that as the episodes roll out. Guys, we're going to end it for here. So it's going to take a while before we see any benefits, any improvements to what we have currently created. I'm still contemplating building a road, or a tunnel that kind of goes underneath off this highway and connects to over here somehow. Still not 100% on how I'm exactly going to do it, but it's something I really have been thinking about doing. And then I can add a train line that connects under two, thus not having to always get over here to use this crossing. I can have one that kind of comes directly. It's the perfect place as well, because it's like two highways where it meets and then comes off. I can have it continue and just go underground as a big tunnel. It'll be a big project, but it'll be pretty exciting to get up and running. But guys, until next time, I'm gonna see you all soon. So good. Bye.